All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk to you about Cleanspark, stock ticker CLSK. They are a Bitcoin mining company, and as you know, we cover Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners quite a bit on this channel. So if you're not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody could smash the like button, it helps the channel out a lot, and I really appreciate it. I want to talk about Cleanspark today because I think an opportunity is presenting itself. So I want to show you what I'm looking at, and then obviously you guys can decide for yourselves. Let's start with today's price action. So you'll see Cleanspark right now is trading at $4.34. So it's down 2.9%. It's actually been down between 3 and 4% all day. So this is on a day where most of the other Bitcoin miners are green. And that seems to be a little bit of a theme. So I'm not sure why Cleanspark is lagging all the other Bitcoin miners lately. No Bitcoin miner has been more active than Cleanspark, not even close over the last month. So with that said, let's take a look at their market cap, because this is something I always like to look at with these Bitcoin miners. Dilution sometimes can paint a different story, but if you look at the market cap, that tells the true growth story. So this right now is a $203 million market cap company, so just barely over 200 million. This is a chart of Cleanspark's market cap over the last 2 years. So I'm going to just hit a couple of points on this. In January of 2021, they were a $1 billion company. Now, I will say this was a time where small cap, high growth stocks, whether they were pre-profit or even sometimes pre-revenue, everything was going ballistic. This was a bit of a bubble. So I will discount this one. However, if you fast forward all the way to November of 2021, you're going to see sort of an $860 million market cap company. Now, they are about 4 times as big today as they were back in November. Obviously, on the other side of that, Bitcoin has pulled back off of its November highs quite a bit. In March, this was still a $530 million company. So, this was 2.5 times larger market cap in March of 2022 than it is today. And, it's about double the size company today as it was back in March. This is one of those situations where the stock and the company are doing different things. Right now, operationally, I think the company is performing very well. Right now, from a management and growth perspective, I think the company is performing very well. Right now, their stock is performing poorly. Okay, this is from their most recent investor presentation, which was put out just at the beginning of September. And this is already super out of date, even though it's only 2 or 3 weeks old, because they've just made so many moves since then. So you can see at that point they had reported in July 384 Bitcoin mined. Since then, we now have the September report. That was 395 Bitcoin mined. So that is their all-time record Bitcoin mined. However, they drastically increased their exahash since then. So they had a very small exahash increase from July to August, but from August to September has been massive, and we're going to go through that. You can see here at the end of the year, they've got a note saying 5 exahash. It now looks like, based on what I'm about to show you, they're going to blow way by 5 exahash by the end of the year, in my opinion, if they execute the plan that they've talked about. So this was a company that, just 1 year ago was at 1 exahash. So that's a 5x from there. And they plan, you'll see, by the end of next year, getting to 22.4 exahash. So some of these updates that I'm about to show you are a part of that plan to get to 22.4 exahash. So I understand there's a long way from 5 to 22, and that's not really the part I'm even trying to price in. What I'm trying to price in is they went from basically 0 exahash to almost 4 right now, and should be 5 or more by the end of the year, while their market cap has just continued to go down and down and down. So let's look at a few of the things that they did. Okay, this was August 9th, so this is a little over 1 month ago. Cleanspark acquires plug-in ready Bitcoin mining facility, scalable to 86 megawatts or 2.6 exahash. Okay, at the same time, they also bought 3,400 of the latest generation Antminer S19 series machines for $8.9 million. So that added 340 petahash or 0.34 exahash right there. It is expected to add 1.1 exahash to the Cleanspark hash rate in the current quarter, a 38% increase. So they were at 2.9 exahash, I think, when all of this started. So I believe they're already at 3.8 right now by the time I'm done with these, on their way quickly to 5 or more than 5. Down here, you'll see they say the site is Cleanspark's 3rd clean energy campus in Georgia, with other locations in College Park and Norcross. It draws power predominantly from low carbon sources such as nuclear energy. So Georgia is big on nuclear energy, and CleanSpark is big on low carbon emissions. So this fit right in with them. So this is a big addition that they had. So, okay, that was the first thing. Okay, just quickly on August 19th, so 10 days later, they then announced that this acquisition is complete. So transaction closed ahead of schedule, paving the way for 3,400 on-site machines in the coming days, and an additional 8,283 machines to arrive on site within the week. This added a full exahash to what they were doing right here. Then a few weeks later, this is now on September 7th, so this is just over a week ago, CleanSpark buys 10,000 more latest generation mining machines, extending summer of acquisitions. The new Antminer S19J Pro units will expand the company's Bitcoin mining capacity by 1 exahash at a significantly discounted price. CleanSpark's hash rate currently exceeds 3.8 exahash. So you'll see they're pushing 4 exahash right now, and we're not done. So that 3.8 exahash does not include the 10,000 machines that they bought in this press release right here. So that will get them to 4.8 exahash. They paid $28 million, so that was $28 a terahash, which is mentions down here, which is very, very cheap. So they're getting these machines at a deep discount. Okay, last thing, the servers are expected to be delivered to CleanSpark facilities by late October or early November of this year. So this full exahash will also be up and running. So that puts them at 4.8 exahash. Then just a few days later, this press release comes out. CleanSpark announces agreement with Mawson Infrastructure Group to acquire turnkey Bitcoin mining facility. Now, Mawson is another publicly traded Bitcoin mining company. So you see, they say this already operational site in Sanderville, Georgia, includes 80 megawatts of total capacity, supporting 2.4 exahash of Bitcoin mining. So that's another 2.4 exahash. Now, that's not up and running yet. Total planned capacity is 230 megawatts, expected to support 7.0 exahash. So they set out at the beginning of this year to be a top 5 Bitcoin miner. That seemed like an extremely aggressive goal entering the year. However, based on all of these moves that they've made, I think by almost any measure, you would consider them a top 5 Bitcoin mining company at this point. This brings them to 6.2 if they do everything that they just said. And remember, their goal that they just put out a month ago was to get to 5 by year end. They then say 2.4 exahash in early 2023 and 7 exahash at the end of 2023. This capacity supports CleanSpark's target of 22 exahash by the end of 2023. So they're starting to form out how they're going to get from, it looks like they're getting to 5 or 6 here, they've already explained, and how they're going to get from there to 22. Now, there's a long way to go, and again, I'm not trying to price in that 22 exahash. I'm trying to price in why is the price, in my opinion, not reflecting they're already looking at 5 or 6 exahash over the next couple of months. So in addition to that, CleanSpark has also agreed to purchase from Mawson 6,468 of the latest generation ASICs for approximately $9.5 million in cash. So that's $17 a terahash. So with all that said, and all of that activity just really in the last month or month and a half, I want to show you what's happened to the price of the stock, because to me, these two things do not go together. Okay, so over the course of essentially the last 1 month, their stock is down 36%. Now, to be fair, the middle of August was the end of a very nice relief rally, and all the Bitcoin miners were at local highs, so everybody's pulled back a little bit since then. However, everybody has not done what CleanSpark's done. We just saw 3 or 4 major additions to their plans, most of which are going to have an immediate impact on their exahash rate that's active. So they're right now, from where they're trading today, they're about 14% off of their all-time low. And they've basically tested that number about 3 times in the year 2022. So if I measure from their all-time high in January of 2021, and again, that's a year and a half ago, they're down 90% right now. However, I'd like to put an X through this period of time. This was January, February of 2021, and there was a bubble at that time on small cap high growth stocks. So I'm going to ignore that period of time. But even if you ignore that, let's measure from their high in November of 2021. They're still down 82% right now from their November highs. And remember, they're triple the exahash that they were. Now, again, Bitcoin is down quite a bit off of its highs, but CleanSpark has grown massively. So if I look at a couple of price targets, I'm just going to throw a few of price targets that I'm looking at. Again, this is not financial advice. You guys need to make your own decision and do your own due diligence as to whether or not you want to buy this stock, but I'm telling you what I saw and why I've added to my position. Okay, so the first thing is if they can just get back to their highs from last month, that would be over a 56% price increase. All right, the last one I'm going to look at is if they could get back to where they were trading in March of 2022. Now, Bitcoin did have a nice relief rally in March of 2022, and it was trading at about 48,000. However, CleanSpark was a much smaller company back then. So if Bitcoin was to get healthy and get back somewhere in the $30,000 to $35,000 price range, in my opinion, with CleanSpark getting to 5 or 6 exahash by the end of the year, I don't see why this isn't a realistic 1-year price target, in my opinion, and that's a 214% increase in the price of their stock. And these increases do happen. The Bitcoin miners have massive swings, as we've seen. So again, these are my own personal price targets. This is not financial advice, so please do your own due diligence and check this one out, but I do think it's worth adding to your watch list and taking a second look at. So thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, please remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button, and I will see you in the next video.